It can be quite difficult knowing which scan tool to buy for your Porsche, as there are so many options, all with varying features on the market, some good, some not so good. But in this video, we'll steer you in the right direction and help you understand which scan tool is right for you, your Porsche and your budget. Showing you some cheap and more advanced options along the way. We'll show you some tools that are made just for Porsche vehicles and some tools that are made for Porsche and other makes and models. We'll also put links to these kits in the description and in the pinned comment, making it easy for you to find these tools if you are interested. So let's get started. We have 5 tools out on show, and at the end of this video I'll reveal which of these tools I would buy if it was my personal money, knowing what I know about all of these tools. They are the best selling tools at Diagnostic World, so they all have a good reputation and a track record. Now, starting at this end of the table, we have the cheapest through to the most expensive, and you'll generally find that the more expensive the tool, the more features and functions it will actually have, which you'll begin to understand as we go through the video. But if you're still unsure at the end of the video, please do email us and we can recommend the best tool for you, your needs, your budget and your vehicle. So we're going to start at this end. This is the cheapest tool. This is the iCars of POR version 1.0, POR standing for Porsche. And this tool is generally going to cover all systems within your Porsche, okay? So it's going to do things like engines, airbags, ABS, transmission, PSM, which is the ABS system, POSIP, which is actually the airbag system, and generally all other systems within the vehicle. So when I say all other systems, generally things like power steering, air suspension if it's installed, central locking, air conditioning, heating systems, doors, windows, things like that, okay? So it kind of covers all systems for the ability to look at live data, diagnose fault codes, reset fault codes, so you're going to get a unique fault code and a description of every fault that comes up on the vehicle. And that's the case with all of these tools, in fact. And this tool will also do oil service resets, okay? So the oil service reset is classed as a service function, which you'll learn more about as we go through the video. But this tool has one service function, and it is the ability to do the oil service resets, okay? So that's the POR version 1.0. Now this tool does have free lifetime updates, as to all of the tools on this table. There are some of the manufacturers who offer tools where they'll give you updates for 1 year, and then after that you have to pay sometimes up to £100 depending on the tool for an update for another year's worth of updates. Well, these tools will always offer free lifetime updates, okay? So that's the POR version 1.0 tool, and to be honest, you know, if all you need to do is reset an airbag light or a check engine light, then you probably may not need to go any further in this video. I shouldn't be saying that, because obviously these cost a lot more money, and you know, as a business you kind of want the people to buy the expensive tools, but that's just as an honest as a Porsche enthusiast as I am as well. I've got a 997 and I've had a whole host of Porsches through the years. 986s, 987s, 996, I've got a 997, I've got a 991, Cayennes, Macan. In fact, I think the only one that I haven't has is a Panamera. But this tool works on all of those cars for code reading, resets, things like that. So this is a very, very good tool, okay? We then move on to the POR version 2.0 tool. So the POR version 2.0 will do everything that this tool will do, but this has a few more service reset options, okay? So whereas this only did the oil service resets, this for service resets does the oil service reset. It also does DPF regeneration if you have a diesel vehicle, electronic park and brake reset and calibration, electronic throttle calibration, steering angle sensor calibration depending on the vehicle, new battery registration, injector coding and ABS brake reading. What it is very important for me to stress though is that it really does depend on your specific vehicle, okay? So if you wanted to double check that one of those functions did work on your vehicle, then by all means do email us and we can check for you. If it doesn't work, we'll definitely be able to recommend something else, okay? But that's the version 2.0 and is generally seen as a step up from the version 1.0 tool, okay? We then come to the next step up, and this is the version 3.0 tool. This has better hardware, and so it has much better software, okay? The engineers kind of found that the 1 and the 2 tools were, the version 1 and the version 2s were a little bit limiting in the hardware that was installed. so they couldn't really load on more advanced software. Well, that's why the version 3.0 tool was made. The POR version 3.0 tool gets around all of the, I'm not going to say problems, but limitations that these tools had, okay? So this tool can do everything that all of these tools can do, but this also has the ability to do component testing, actuation tests, suspension calibration, AGR adaptions, transmission adaptions, fuel pump purges, air conditioning, reset and calibrations, engine adaptions, AdBlue resets, and other adaptions and calibrations. It really does depend on the vehicle, but whereas this will do maybe 6 or 7 service functions, this could potentially do 100 service functions. It all really depends on the vehicle, but it does so much more, and it's really a way more advanced tool than these two tools are. But, you know, as I said earlier, if all you need to do is an airbag reset, then you may not be interested in getting the best tool available. You may just want a tool that simply does the job for you, okay? So that's the version 3.0 tool. And let's say, for example, you had a Porsche, and then you also had, maybe your Porsche was your weekend car, or maybe a daily driver, in which case, good for you. But if you also had maybe, say, like an Audi, a BMW, a Volvo, a Ford, and you wanted a tool which covered those vehicles as well, then the CR Pro is a good option. CR Pro has been on the market for a good few years now. It's been a really, really good seller because it works well. It does a lot of systems. It does a lot of vehicles. So it generally covers all makes and models. And it has the ability to diagnose and reset all systems. And it has the service functionality of the version 2.0 tool. So again, I'll just run through these again for you. It does the oil service reset, DPF, electronic park and brake, electronic throttle calibration, steering angle sensor, new battery registration, injector coding and brake bleeding. It all really depends on the vehicle though. Send us your vehicle information and we can double check to make sure that this tool is going to work on your Porsche and your other makes and models as well. Okay, so that's a CR Pro kit. And once we're done with the CR Pro kit, we're going to come to this tool here. This is the CR Max kit, okay? And I can tell you now that this tool is the best on the table, all right? This dwarfs all of these tools, okay? And the reason being is because, well, you can see it first and foremost, it's a tablet-based kit, whereas these are more kind of traditional style scan tools. This is a tablet, so it'll also do anything a tablet can do really, but it also has the ability to then hook up to your vehicle and start diagnosing makes and models. So not only does it do Porsche, but it does every other make and model as well. Audi, BMW, Seat, Skoda, Volvo, Ford, Toyota, Land Rover, Jaguar, things like that. It does absolutely everything. And when it comes to the system coverage, it covers all systems, gives you the fault codes, the descriptions of faults. And when it comes to the service functionality, it has the same service functionality as the POR version 3.0, but this does it for all makes and models, okay? So it does all of those service functions for all makes and models, and that's why it's the best tool on the table. Because, I mean, I guess you could say that both of these tools are multi-manufacturer tools, but out of the two of them, this one goes over and above this tool here, okay? It does cost a bit more as well. As I say, you're going to pay a lot more, well, not a lot more, but you're going to pay a bit more for this tool than you would for this tool here, but it all really depends what you're looking to get out of the tool, and of course, whatever your budget is as well, all right? Now, all the prices are going to be in the links in the description. The prices are changing, so we generally tend not to put the prices on these particular videos, okay? But I did say at the start of the video that I was going to recommend a tool that I would personally buy if it was my personal money, knowing what I know about these tools. Being a Porsche owner and enthusiast myself, I know fine well every inch of these tools and what they can do and what they can't do. So I would personally say that as an enthusiast and somebody who likes to maybe sometimes get their hand dirty, I would definitely go for the version 3.0 tool, the POR version 3.0 tool. That's if I was, you know, had a keen interest in the cars and I wanted to make sure that things were running nicely. You can kind of use it as a health check tool as well. It would definitely be the version 3.0 tool, without doubt, okay? If I wanted to make sure that I had a tool for my Porsche and my other makes and models, most people do have another car if they've got a Porsche. then it would definitely, hands down, be the CR Max kit, okay? So it's either going to be the version 3 or the CR Max kit. The CR Max kit is so highly recommended if if you're an enthusiast with a few cars, a small garage or a workshop. This is probably the best value for money tool out there right now. It covers all systems, so it'll do all your engines, airbags, ABS, transmission, traction, etc. It also does all of the service functions, adaptions, actuation tests, calibrations, and a lot more. And it covers all makes and models. So this is probably the best bang for buck tool, not just on this table, but out there on the market. It really is a good tool. And the previous sales figures of these tools has reflected that as well, because the CR Max outsells probably this tool by, say, probably 4 to 1, I would probably say. So, and that's not to say this is a bad tool, it's just that this is better. It's as simple as that. Free updates for all of these tools, as I say, but as I said at the start of the video as well, if all you want to do is just get the cheapest tool and maybe you're looking to sell the car on, or you're not that bothered about it, maybe it's your daily driver, you just want to reset an airbag light, then sometimes you need not look any further than the version 1.0 tool. But I'll leave that sort of information with you and you can decide, okay? I'll put links to all of these kits in the description, and if you're still not sure about which tool to go for, then please do email us and we can check your vehicle information and we can recommend something for you based on your needs and your budget as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.